the net, so I'm guessing there's a little spot of water there. And
sometimes the water can build on the net, and as the players are warming up, a ball might hit the tape and it kind of sprinkles down to the ground. So I think he's probably clearing a little bit of that up right now.
And there's you can see in the side Leigh going through her dynamic warm-up.
Even that's intimidating to watch. It's like when you're at the net in tennis against Rafael Nadal and he's bouncing up and down and you're just staring at him.
You feel like you need to be doing something.
Exactly. You feel like, wait, she's already better than me. Now is she more warmed up than I am?
Yeah, some of those Nadal and just before coming out, and he is just racing around the other players, just staring at him like, I am doing nothing.
He's jumping 50 inches in the air.
All right, I think we're ready to play. Tina Pisnik's going to get us started. This is a mixed doubles semifinal. Let's play pickleball. That's a great start for Pisnik and Barr.
I mean, for me as a player, I like that start regardless if I win the point or not. Gets the legs going. You've hit 15, 20 balls, and now you're ready to go early on in a game.
That's not a nice way to treat your business partner there, Ben. Ben and Dekel have a couple of business operations within Pickle, including their getaways where they take players all over the country and around the world.
Second serve.
Dekel was not heading in the right direction there.
He sure wasn't. That's a rare miss from Ben, and that's one of those tough ones Ben's going over. He sees Dekel back up. He doesn't need to thread the needle that close. But also, who am I to tell Ben Johns what to do?
Well, that's your job today. At this, we got Tina staying on the left side here. That's just mean. That is so mean and so smart all at the same time.
It sure is, and he's so calm and controls. No one's ever seen Ben Johns stressed out in his life. He makes every shot look easy, which is frustrating for an opponent.
From Tina Pisnik.
And this court allows the player. We've seen a ton of them this week. This court is huge around the outside, as we can see here. And she waits, and burns Ben John up to the line. That's a great shot.
Wow, swing and a miss. Strike one for Barr.
Just the old fastball down the middle.
It's my boy Paul Skeens just blowing it by.
Right, yeah. Everything's over 100 with Skeens.
1-1-2.
Oh dear.
Point.
That just took off the line and then just shankopotamus from Ben.
It sure did. And Pisnik and Barr doing a good job earlier here of getting those third balls, fifth balls, seventh balls, whatever it is, down and getting themselves to the kitchen, kind of neutralizing Ben and Leigh.
Dekel moves to the middle again and is in the wrong spot.
You're forced to pick a side when the ball's up on Ben. His overhead and the power he generates is too great.
1-2-1. Second serve. 1-2-2.
To keep the dude honest over there.
She sure does. And Dekel Barr was on that, just misses the counter off the tape.
2-2-2.
Great play from Leigh, changing up the pattern.
These two
Side
teams
out.
played in the finals in North Carolina earlier this year, and it got progressively worse for Pisnik and Barr. 12-10, 11-3, and then pickled to be sent packing. So 2 matches, 2 wins for Ben and AL. There's the big man jump in the corner.
Using that size, just one. It appears to be a gigantic leap, but for a guy of his size, it's a relatively small jump, but he times that
3, 2,
perfectly.
1.
Pops the winner through the middle.
There's a good look at the stats I just mentioned for you.
Come on.
That's really good from Dekel Barr. And you noted this earlier. When you have Tina Pisnik by your side, you are going to get to the kitchen a lot of the time because she's patient.
She sure is, and for Dekel Barr, a big guy, that's where you want to be. If they can work their way up there and get into those kind of points, we're going to have a tough match for Ben and Annalie.
Yeah. Second serve.
See if Ben has to deal with a
4,
big
2, 2.
bomb from the serve of Dekel Barr here or not. It's about 70%.
Side out.
It's fun to watch Dekel serve as well.
Yes.
You know, it's just a unique looking serve. No one else does it like
2,
him,
4,
so it's
1.
a fun shot in this game that we're all lucky enough to watch.
Just can't have that happen here
3, 4, 1.
against this team. Freebies are back. Wow, T-serve caught the line. What chaos. Just terrific. What a rally, what a lob from Annalie Waters.
The
What
lob,
finesse.
the lob is my favorite play in mixed doubles. I love when it's executed. Annalie executes it perfectly there, and Ben
4, 4,
again
1.
makes a cross-court Ernie angle look relatively easy.
Oh, and Annalie's coming in hot. Ben's in her way. They're still playing. That's just remarkable. Just owning the kitchen.
Gets to the kitchen, gets to the middle of the court. It's about
Time
pickleball. She's
in.
the first name that comes to
5,
mind.
4, 1.
That's pretty from Dekel Barr to keep that in.
He's got talent on that backhand side. Most players are a little weaker on that side, but you saw there, he's got no problem reaching out and
5, 4,
controlling
2.
the paddle with his wrist. He's strong.
And I see you, and I've got a forehand to just slide right past your right hip, sir.
And the difficulty of that shot, I don't think people realize that was an
6, 4,
intentional,
2.
slower high ball at the kind of the right armpit of Dekel Barr there. It's a tough spot for a
6,
tall guy like
4,
Dekel to
2.
get his arms out of the way.
Side out.
Okay, so 4-point run gives the top seed the lead here. Again, this is the semis, so this is
4,
best
6,
2
1.
out of 3. And that's what this guy can do, and he can put a run of points together on his own paddle.
And Dekel Barr is probably, what, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah.
That's scary when you see a guy like
5,
that
6,
moving in
1.
with the paddle back
Yeah.
swinging. It's
Yeah.
an intimidating guy when he's got the weight moving forward.
I think that's a more impressive
Second
sentence
serve.
if I say it, Mr. 6'6" yourself.
I only say that because my coach always told me to do that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
establish
5, 6, 2.
your height and your presence and look to move forward.
No doubt. Look at these drops from Tina.
Side out.
Yeah, so you're probably a couple inches taller than Dekel. What did you find with the height to put the pressure on?
6, 5,
Look, you
1.
want to get in there, and you know, for me, I want to be the aggressor. If guys start being the aggressive one against me and speeding it up. You know, the tall players, the downside is our arms are long. It's hard to get them out of the way, and that's where you're a bit vulnerable. But if you can go up there and be the first strike player, that's what I like to do when I'm hopefully back on the court early next year.
Yes, our man Sam unfortunately suffered an Achilles injury, but he's
7-5-1.
He's on his way back, folks. And Lee's even calling the score here.
6-5-2.
Ooh. It's amazing she doesn't do that more often because of how aggressive her poaches are. She starts and gives herself a little room
5-6-1.
And it's all by feel.
Yeah.
You can't look down and poach at the same time. You have to know where that line is.
That's pretty inside out from Pisnik.
And that's a great play from her. I wouldn't expect Ben Johns to think that Pisnik is going to challenge him like that, but she does exactly that.
And there's the record for Pisnik and Barr.
6-6-1.
Almost 2 out of 3 in the mixed doubles fields here is a very good record. Look at this perfect lob. That's just unbelievable. Both players' lob retrievals were brilliant.
Dekel's lob was perfect. Ben goes back, hits a perfect drop back off the lob, and then they get in a hands battle, which Ben Johns is going to win the majority of those.
Yeah, and he turned defense to offense. That was like a hockey breakaway out of nowhere on a turnover in the neutral zone. I think really close. Ben's playing it in.
It looked like it was on the line from our angle.
The ultimate ruling, and Ben and Annalie did not lose a timeout. Here we go. That's pretty.
And that was set up from the Ben Johns kind of moving his body left, hitting it inside out, getting Dekel to stretch his paddle out, and leaving that stretch paddle pop up just enough that Annalie and Ben can take control of the point.
Wow, and I mean, you just can't imagine that from that paddle position, she's just going to rope it down your line.
She's really the only player that can do that. It's such a tough shot. We saw Dekel handle a couple speed ups early on in that rally in a beautiful way, but
8-6-1.
you can only take so much.
We'll get to that unbelievable scoreboard you just saw there in a second. Oh, there's the run around, and she got caught. Wow.
I think Annalie called
she
it
called it out.
9-6-1. 2 timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining.
Okay, so indeed wide
0
there.
timeouts.
And if you're Barr and Pisnik, these are the calls you need the pickleball gods to come down, and you need these calls going your way if you're going to beat this team. And unfortunately, they're 0 for 2 on these.
9-6-1.
Wow, that went off the tape, but now Annalie's switching up her spots.
Look, if she starts becoming the aggressor and speeding up and poaching, you know you're in trouble. She's feeling more comfortable
10-6-1.
the deeper we go in this game.
Here we go, game point. Nice pressure. Second try to close out the first
10-6-2.
match of the day, game 1. And that will do it. So it was tied at 6 here, Sam. So how much does he let him into the algorithm, and how much does Tina get to know about this team? Only CJ can answer that.
And no one does the backhand swinging volley better than Leigh Waters.
No, and that's what she and her mom started a few years ago. Like, why are we dinking from the midcourt? Let the thing fly. And
she slides and rips.
Just changed everything. There's no disguise on that one either.
Nope. And she's in speed up mode right now.
Yes. I mean, we're in Bristol. We should be speeding everything up.
2-0-2.
She plays according to the city we're in.
Yeah. So that's a run of 7 consecutive points for the top seed. Let's see if Barr and Pisnik can get on the board here. Wow. I mean, Dekel just gets in that crouch for a big fella.
Sure does. And Ben there, it's fascinating.
0-2-2.
For a point and a hands battle that goes so fast, it seems slow for him. He's almost in a way, there's some, I don't mean to compare him to Federer from the game style, but the way he carries himself and moves on the court, and it appears his heartbeat is at 75 beats a minute at all times. Those are the similarities I'm talking about.
Oh my. Oh, Dekel ball, unbelievable. His partner's saying, uh-oh, I hit a horrendous lob, throws his paddle down, and then comes up and roars to the finish line with a tag.
It was a foot fault on Dekel.
Oh, it was a foot fault on Dekel.
What? Oh,
he doesn't deserve that after all that. Oh, no.
3-0-1.
Oh, that's a shame. Uh-oh, another rough lob there.
Point.
I think Tina, based on the last point, what happened, she thought, maybe I'll throw it up again and see if Dekel can get me out of dodge, but that one, she wants that ball back.
Yeah, they're still in dodge.
4-0-1.
Oh, no, oh, man.
Point.
That's terrible that it caught Tina off the tape, but not one other player in that court
receivers,
positioning.
5-0-1.
100%.
She's
A fantastic woman.
Oh, Ben ends up getting tagged after they looked like they were in jail and then got out of it.
Ben hit the speed up, and the ball was back to him before he even could get his paddle back to his side.
5-0-2.
Yeah, that reload ability usually is crazy good, but too good for Dekel.
Point.
And I think because Leigh is starting to speed up and starting to
6-0-2.
kind of establish her dominance on that right side, Dekel's trying to change things up there and speed up maybe when he shouldn't.
Another lob. I don't know if that, I guess the overhead caught the line, yeah. 0 for 3 on the lobs here.
One of my favorite things about Leigh Waters early on in that point, she played some great defense off a high Dekel bar backhand and then a forehand. And then she wants to challenge him right after that. Hey, you can't put it away. I'm coming after you. She is not afraid of anyone out here. Nor should she be with, with the resume that she comes to the court with.
When you have exactly 1 loss in all 3 disciplines this year.
0-7-1.
Yep.
Oh, good night.
Second serve.
Dekel's going the wrong way on a one-way street there.
At 7-0, you got to try stuff. It may work, it may not, but what you've been doing hasn't been working.
And I'm glad he just ran through it and didn't try and stop and go back. Just take your medicine. Oh, and then Tina, so reliable on the thirds, comes up a little short.
7-0-1. Point.
And mentally, this is tough for Dekel and Tina Pisnik right now. You've got no momentum.
8-0-1.
The end is near. You have to kind of come together and say, let's claw back 1 point at a time. How can we get a little bit of momentum and try to do something with that?
Wow, ATP from that deep in the court. My goodness, they're doing everything. And that is 14 straight.
Hopefully Barr and Pisnik aren't keeping track like you are here.
9-0-1.
No.
Wow, what a get. These unbelievable gets are just prolonging the agony, though.
It's unbelievable pickleball from everyone. I mean, there was
points.
7 or 8 great gets, great resets from Barr and Pisnik, but you're right. It's just inevitable what's going to happen at the end of the point.
We are at match and pickle
Match point.
point here.
10-0-1.
Okay.
Second serve.
You mentioned the pickleball gods. They'd like to see a little more. Second try to close it out.
10-0-2.
And that'll, well, no, that will do it. So Ben Johns and Leigh Waters rattle off 16 straight against a terrific team. Hello, field. We're ready to go, and that's great for them for their men's and women's doubles today. So they're done with mixed. They'll play in the final tomorrow, and we will talk to Ben and Leigh right after semifinal, which will be coming up next. And Ben and AL are on the court. Leigh, it was 6 apiece. And then you won 16 points in a row to close this out. What changed, and how were you able to do that against a terrific team?
Yeah, they came out firing. And then at 6-7, I didn't know. I couldn't tell if Tina's drive was in or not, so called it in and then challenged it. Usually challenges take longer than timeouts, so I was like, all right, I'll just take the extra time. And then I think in that time, I talked to my mom and decided to just be more aggressive overall, and I think Ben somehow knew that was what I was going for, so we were both aggressive overall. And I just think that's when we play our best, when we're aggressive and really dictating points.
Ben, Sam here. Amazing match, especially in the second game there. Who's the boss on the court between you two? You guys are both so dominant, but who's calling the shots out there? Is it yourself or is it Leigh?
You know, when it comes to timeout, she's the boss.
I don't think you've ever called a timeout.
No,
Maybe one?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, it varies from moment to moment who's going to be the boss in what situation, but I defer to her as far as timeouts and challenges go.
That's pretty smart because it is working. Yeah, Leigh, you talked about being more aggressive. I mean, that's a big fella in front of you in Dekel, and you were firing away at him. Did your mentality change from this mixed match going into the women's doubles later today, or will you continue to just be firing away?
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, sometimes I feel like in the first game I was playing more like, play the game plan of the match, and sometimes you just need to play with your best strengths and what you want to do. And I was feeling confident in being aggressive, so I feel like depending on the match and depending on the time, I'm going to play my best doing whatever I feel confident in. So later today, if I'm feeling confident in rolls and drops, I'll be doing that. But if I'm feeling like I'm ripping it, gripping it, and ripping it, I'm going to grip it and rip it and just be confident in what I do.
All right, well, there's the boss letting everybody know. Good luck the rest of the day, you two, in men's and women's doubles. We'll have one more mixed doubles semifinal coming up right after this.